So this video is about finishing your weaving. This is the weaving that I have completed. I've gone from one end to the other and I'm happy with the way it looks. Now I'm just ready to take it off of the cardboard. Now you do have a choice. You can leave it on the cardboard for a display. You can cut parts of the cardboard away so you don't see it as much. You can cut with scissors back in through here to kind of hide some of that cardboard. Or you could just go ahead and take it off and complete it. So that's what I'm going to show you first. On this weaving, I only worked with the front side, but remember we also talked about that the back side is an option. So if you're finished super early and you enjoyed this project and would like to do a little more before moving on, you can complete the weaving on the back as well. So there's lots of choices here, but let's show how to go ahead and take it off only using the front side. So the first thing I'm going to do is grab my scissors. Like I said, these are really more than you need, but these work well for me and it's what I have on hand. So I'm going to cut these pieces of yarn off of the back. I'm just going to choose somewhere around in the middle. Okay, so now all of my pieces are cut. So carefully doing this, I'm going to take each piece and just kind of pull it back through the cardboard slats, trying not to mess up the weaving that I already have. I'm just going in order here. Now I'm going to flip this over and do this on the other side, just taking these pieces of yarn off one at a time. I would not recommend grabbing all of them together. I think that would take it off too quickly and possibly mess up the parts of the weaving that are near the top. Okay, so now it is separate from the cardboard. I can take that all the way off. Now that I've got this separate, these pieces can come off easily, these little top pieces that I started my weaving with here and here on the bottom. So what I'm going to do is tie this off to kind of make it decorative. So I'm going to take these two strings on the edge and I'm just going to tie a simple knot. Take the slack out of it, tie it all the way down close to where the weaving starts. Tie a little knot again. This is just a simple square knot. Okay, and that one's done. Take the next two strings, tie that off into just a square knot. And you just keep going all the way across. There's something that I want to show you. If you have an even number and it all works out, that you can do it into, divided into 2. But here at the end of mine, I've got 3 left over. And since it's not an even number, what I'll do is I'll just grab these 2 together and just pretend that they're one string. So I'm still just going to use a little square knot and just tie the 3 of them together. Okay, now after you got all the slack loose, and each one of these has a knot at the end, you can leave these as long as you want. You can trim them short or leave them long, like fringe. So either one. I'm going to do this again on this side, and this will make a nice work of art for a display. So you want to think about how long you want to leave your pieces. Maybe you want to trim these all to about the same length. Maybe not. It's totally up to you because you are the artist and you have the freedom to choose. That's what's so great about art. I'm doing the same thing again. Coming to the end, tying the knots. This would not be the same method if you did do a weaving on the back. You wouldn't have as much yarn to work with. You would have a lot less, but you get the idea. So that's just one way to finish up your weaving. I think this makes it look nice. It kind of keeps it together. Now remember, we didn't really tie any knots off when we were working on this. All of these pieces are loose. So this kind of weaving isn't something that you can toss around and it won't stay like this. You've got to be careful because these pieces right here can all come unwoven. So be careful with this. I'm going to trim up these edges just so they're not quite as long. I can put these on a bulletin board for display. Just up around your house, you can kind of nail it up to a wall or put it on something that's a little more decorative or put it around a picture frame around it. That would look nice too. There we go. All right, and that is complete.